Hello everyone and welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum, and in this part we're going to be finishing off the Scarecrow. And no, I don't mean we're killing him. We're just finishing his segment of the game. Well, we already finished his segments, but yeah. Finishing his importance to the plot, I guess you can say. Yeah, so again, it's like 2 in the morning, almost 3. I'm an idiot. And yeah, I don't know, it's so weird, like, doing these Arkham Asylum parts, because it's always just like the same shit, where it's just like, well, yeah, why not, right? I mean, we got like a few more parts left before we get to the Riddler cleanup, so I might as well just take care of it now. And just to give you guys a point of reference about when this was recorded, it is shortly after my birthday, which was September 9th. So yeah, that's the indicator right there. Since I'm doing like post commentary for these videos, I always want to try and keep things like, I want to keep like a certain amount of time between, you know, actually doing the playthrough and, you know, all that. So I mean, it might be really fucking outdated by the time it uploads what we're talking about, but you know, it is interesting for future reference and stuff. So I guess by this point Halloween should be close by, so a lot of fun things to come, I'm sure. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going through the elevator shafts again, and having to deal with fucking control panels and such. This is the part of this is the segment of the game which, I mean, I kind of enjoy going through the least, just because of how mundane it can feel at times. I think the sewer maintenance, I don't know what I was trying to do there, to be honest. Yeah, but I think like the sewer maintenance area, I think you can call it. It's just that was a bit strange. Like that area after you get the Ultra Bat Claw and you have to go through the shutting down the water valves and stuff like that. That to me is pretty mundane. Like this area, or no, this whole part of the game just kind of loses its steam. And I fucking love playing through Arkham Asylum. So, oh, the Sonic Shock Battering. We'll probably show that off a bit later. I think we show it off later. I'm almost certain of it. But yeah. So here we get the last cutscene with Scarecrow before we see him again at Arkham Knight. Which, you know, it's a very, you know, Scarecrow thing to do. Just putting fear toxin in the water supply. So my question is, how the fuck did he know he was going after the roots? Because with the Scarecrow, he just kind of shows up at like random intervals, so it's weird that he would just know about this right off the bat. But I guess you can also make the argument like this was all, or a majority of it was very coordinated, so you can imagine he probably was in on it with everyone else, assuming they were, you know, a part of the plan to begin with. But I don't know, we may never know. So yeah, we're getting to probably the last really good segment of the game. Like I know I said, traveling through this, this chapter is kind of, like, it just loses steam. But I think like this happening right before it, this was the last great part of the game. I love this entire character, like I was about to say Scarecrow. This whole Killer Croc segment is just like, it's really tense. It's really really nerve-wracking to go through. Like that, the part of why I like it so much is just because part of it like is kind of terrifying, and especially if you play with headphones on, like that becomes even more apparent. But it's also pretty easy to manipulate too, because as I tried to demonstrate there, you can just basically line launch your way through. And I saw a video the other day which I kind of want to try out for myself, which is like when Killer Croc shows up, they just they're just running away from him. They're not even trying to fight him head on or anything. They're not trying to throw a battering. They're just running. So part of me really wants to try that out. I think it'd be so much fun. But I think at some point, and I told Swifty this, but just as a challenge, hard mode live streams with no upgrades, and you gotta collect as many Riddler trophies as you can find without using maps, or at least finding the maps. So yeah, this whole like collecting spore stuff, like it does get a little tedious, especially at the end when you're trying to backtrack your way to the beginning. Like it is a bit of a pain, but as long as you remember, or at least have an idea of where you've been already, you should be relatively good. But yeah, this segment, I remember the first time playing this as a little kid, I literally pissed myself. I was so terrified. And even like watching the teaser trailer back as an 8-year-old kid before Arkham Asylum was even released, just seeing like Killer Croc in his entirety, like, it was just a terrifying thought. So the fact that we're doing basically like a stealth maze hybrid, like it was terrifying as like an 11-year-old kid. But yeah, no kidding, I literally like pissed myself out. I'm so terrified. And I remember the night that I beat this for the first time. We were going out for a family dinner, so I had to try and go through the house after I was done to change myself without people noticing that I just yeah. I probably shouldn't have told that story, but whatever, it's relevant. Who cares? I can look back on that now and just like laugh at it, honestly. But anyway, back to what we're doing. So as this continues on, he starts to, get some more, things to really do with you. So like at one point you'll be forced to sprint away, and like he'll destroy the floorboards that you're standing on. But honestly, the best way to go through this is to just crouch walk your way through, because it's way faster than just doing your walking, your normal walking animation. So you can definitely, like, you can keep the speed up while also, like, making enough sound to where he can't really hear you that much. I used to think that just line launching through was the best way to go about it, but it really isn't, honestly. Like, it's fun, it's fun, but, like, the thing about it is that you gotta keep switching between gadgets. And, like, say you're in a scenario where, like, you're in the middle of a line launch, and then fucking Killer Croc comes out of nowhere and just, like, just, forces you to try and switch as quickly as possible is a little, like, stressful. But yeah, the best way to play this, besides the crouch walk, is to just play this with the lights off and with a pair of headphones. Because if you're not playing this without headphones, then it's like, the thing is that it's just really, it can't, like, it can be a little, I mean, I find it doesn't really work when the sound is coming from your TV. Also, I'm a person that really likes to be enriched in the game, so. But yeah, sometimes, like, he'll destroy the floorboards, and you really got to think of, like, what routes you're taking and such, so. But yeah, I've had a couple of close calls like that right there where, you know, he was just short of, you know, doing the whole, grabbing thing. But yeah, if you follow these basic steps, then you'll get through this no problem. So. Also, I think sometimes this works, but an indicator of, like, where you need to go, like, sometimes it can be from where he's coming from. So, like, say he's coming at you from the north, that's probably a good indicator of where you need to, which way you need to go. Especially if you're making your way back. But yeah, now we're getting to the last chunk of this segment. So now you're facing the camera and he's just destroying all the floorboards. So yeah, this part isn't really difficult necessarily, but it can be, like, a little unintuitive with Batman's control, because it's not as I mean, it's not as intuitive as the later games, but he can, like, when it comes to turning sharp corners, like, it can be a bit of a hassle. So yeah, now we're gonna finally put that that explosive gel to good use. Bye, Killer Croc. We'll see you in Arkham City. Well, I guess there's, there could be some way for him to, get into the sewers of Arkham City. But, yeah, we're going to call that a part right there. And, yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all that fun stuff. Be sure to follow me on all my social media, which you can find in my channel description. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.